Carbs have been blamed for fat gain for years. Rice, pasta, bread, potatoes. Some people avoid them almost entirely because they believe carbohydrates automatically turn into body fat. But is that actually true, or have carbs been taking the blame for something else entirely? You've probably experienced this yourself. You eat more carbs than usual, and suddenly the scale jumps up, maybe 1 kilo, maybe even 2. You feel fuller, heavier, sometimes even bloated, and naturally, the immediate thought is, those carbs made me gain fat. But in most cases, that's not actually what happened. When you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose. Some of that glucose is used immediately for energy, while the rest can be stored for later use. Your body stores a large portion of it in your muscles and liver as glycogen, essentially your body's stored fuel reserve. And here's the important part. When glycogen is stored, water is stored alongside it. For every gram of glycogen your body stores, it also holds roughly 3 to 4 grams of water. So after a higher carbohydrate day, your body may hold more water, your muscles may feel fuller, and your weight can temporarily increase. But that increase usually isn't body fat. It's stored fuel and the water that comes with it. So if carbs don't directly make people fat, what does? Fat gain occurs when you consistently consume more energy than your body needs over time. In simple terms, you're taking in more calories than your body is using. And importantly, this doesn't just apply to carbohydrates. Calories from fats, proteins, and carbohydrates all contribute to your total energy intake. Your body also doesn't really care whether those calories came from foods labeled healthy or unhealthy when it comes to fat storage. If total energy intake stays too high for long enough, body fat increases. That's the key driver of fat gain. Long-term energy balance, not one specific macronutrient. And carbohydrates aren't just harmless, they're actually useful. They provide fuel for both daily activity and exercise performance. They help replenish glycogen stores, support training intensity, and can improve overall physical performance. Foods like oats, fruit, and rice can fit extremely well into a fat loss diet when intake is managed properly. In fact, completely removing carbs often makes dieting harder to sustain, not easier. Foods like rice, pasta, and bread aren't inherently fattening. The real issue is that in some situations, they're simply easy to overeat. Many carbohydrate-heavy foods digest relatively quickly and are often less filling than high-protein foods, which can make it easier to consume more calories without realizing it. But when incorporated properly into a diet, they can actually improve adherence and consistency rather than harm it. At the end of the day, they're just foods, and fat gain still comes back to total energy intake over time, not the consumption of a single macronutrient. So, the next time your weight jumps after eating more carbohydrates, don't panic. They didn't suddenly turn into body fat overnight. More often than not, you're simply carrying more stored glycogen and more water alongside it. Carbohydrates aren't the problem. Consistently eating beyond your body's energy needs is.